Hello, everybody. My name is TaurusLehane, and welcome to Dead by Daylight. I am currently playing the Hag, and I am using the build which I call a Bleak Ending, meaning it's an in-game build. So I will get absolutely no value out of this build until the very end of the game. And I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. Rancor, A No Way Out, Blood Warden, and Hex Noed. I know, Hex Noed. Boo. Hiss. Disgusting. Awful. Yikes. All the horrible monstrosities that you can think of. That's a beginner perk. Oh my god, you're so new at the game. You're so boring. You're so awful. Okay, but it's an in-game build. You understand? If you don't have Noed in an in-game build, is it really an in-game build? I don't know. Great start. I don't like to run Noed at all, honestly. And this is like the only time you're gonna ever see me use it. Unless maybe somebody is like, you gotta run an all hex build or something. Then I might run it, but in general, not really my jam. Not really something I enjoy playing and using. I don't like really using hexes in general. Because I like to have full value of my perks throughout the entirety of the game. Kind of hypocritical since, again, I'm doing an in-game perk, but I'm just, or in-game build, excuse me. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't like using Noed, and I do think it's good for newbie killers. And I will say, like, don't ever feel embarrassed to use certain perks. Like, you paid for the game, it's your game. Use whatever you want or don't. It's up to you. Like, you don't need to listen to the invisible make-believe ridiculous rules that people have, honestly. It's just not necessary. Not a good start to the game. At least for me, I really don't want to chase anybody. You don't want to chase anybody as Hag because she's so slow. It's just kind of pointless. A lot of people do that, and it's like, what? Like, why? That's how you lose. That's how you lose as Hag. If you're spending more than like 8-9 seconds tops chasing a survivor, and there's other survivors in the game, you're gonna lose. And I mean, you could say, well, what if I only do it like, you know, 2 or 3 times? That's fine. But if you're doing it 4 or more, like 1 per survivor, then you're not gonna have a good time. You're not gonna have a good time at all. And right now, I'm not having a very good time. Would have liked to have at least 2 hooks by now. Wouldn't matter on who, really. Alright, here's gonna be our first hook with 3 gens left. And we got our first stack of No Way Out, so that's nice. 3 more, please. I think I just heard a AFK crow. I don't know if she was AFK or not, but it sounded like it. Again, not gonna chase her. She's gonna take the hit. She's gonna have sprint burst. Okay. I really also try to never have like more than 1 phantasm at a time on me. Because that means, you know, things aren't trapped that I would like to be trapped. And that's a bummer. I'm really surprised that didn't go off. Wow. What is the detection? I'm only chasing her because I don't have any other leads right now. And they got rid of a lot of my phantasms, unfortunately. It's okay. We now have 2 stacks of No Way Out. I might have to get a bit more creative about where I put my phantasms. Not going to worry about that too much right now. I don't know why we're throwing pallets willy-nilly. That's fine. Go ahead, do totems. Go ahead, waste your time doing totems. Okay, that was weird. Oh, I see. Works for me. I have no interest in you right now. This is the one that was just hooked. Okay. No. This one hasn't been either. Either way works for me. Because that lead, I need the other stacks of No Way Out. How else are we gonna elongate everything, you know? Okay. So the only stack that I need left is the Sable. Can't remember if they're dressed alike or not, to be honest. I would love to understand like the chase per detection in this game. Yeah, this is the one that I need. All right. She's smart. I hate that. I really need her though for this stock. Thank you. Great. Really not interested in her at all. I don't know where the Sable went. Oh, okay. That makes sense. And we got her. So we'll have our full stack of No Way Out. Even though there's 1 gen left, that's fine. Not really worried about it at this point. Because even if they get that last gen done, I can elongate the game. With No Way Out, I could hear her behind me, but I'm not even going to bother right now. Sometimes the best thing to do is act like you don't know where they are. Because they think they're going to get away with it. But as long as you have a decent set of headphones, then you're fine. Now that I have that full stack of No Way Out, everything else is just kind of a bonus. And I'll keep chopping the shack because survivors love to come back here no matter what. Usually I trap the shack like right at the very beginning, but I was kind of just needing to get stuff going immediately since I have absolutely no gen regression and it's just an in-game build. Thank you. Works out for me. Now, if we're gonna get actual use out of Rancor, I don't want to actually kill the person that's on hook right now. At least the hope is that I get use out of Rancor. because it lets me Mori them at the very end, regardless of what I do or don't have. Go ahead, throw that. Go ahead, vault that. Oh, she's not going to. I'm just going to smack her, and then I'm going to go back and get rid of that vault, because otherwise that could bite me in the backside later. Go ahead, let her do her thing, whatever that entails, I guess. Very smart for the time being. There's somebody over here because I saw the bird fly up. And of course there's scratch marks. I'm assuming that they messed up on healing because it didn't say that a trap got triggered or phantasm, whatever. She's gonna go for that pallet. Oh, she's not. I'm surprised. Didn't go far enough. Go ahead, put this back down. I'm very stubborn, and I'll keep doing that. I'm going to assume that they're going to want to do this generator because it's the most open. But I can just keep being stubborn and going back and breaking it, going back and breaking it, going back and breaking it. And I'll keep doing it too. Gonna be scratch marks here. It's good to be very observant. Along with headphones. She's dead. But she's not my obsession, so that's fine. I don't want to kill her, as I said earlier, so I want to leave her alone. And we'll go elsewhere. Almost had her. Do you have dab harden? Go for it. No? Alright. Go ahead, take her out. It feels very like Cheryl's versus Sable's right now. Okay, but again, I don't want to take her out, so we'll just go ahead and do this. And she can just lay there. Honestly, it looks bad because I'm like, you know, slugging. But I very rarely slug. And I'm only doing it so that I hope to get rank or value later. And if I wasn't doing a video on it, I probably wouldn't care and I would just kill her right now. But I am doing a video, and so I'd like it to be as interesting as possible. And that would be interesting, at least to me if I was watching it. Okay, we'll go ahead and re-drop this. Of course, she's smart. Just kidding. I wonder why she avoided that and then just decided to go for it. Very weird decision. They're both behind that white car. Or at least one of them is. I think the other one decided to skedaddle. They really, really love this generator. Okay, they both decided to kind of like go somewhere else, I guess. Could be hiding behind here again. All right, I don't know. Maybe they went to the shack, but they were very... Okay. I think Sable's in the shack, which is fine. Again, I don't want her, so that's okay by me. Surprise, there's no sprint burst. Interesting. Maybe I'll be a little cocky. I don't know if it's cocky, but it's a little disgusting, and just put Phantasm on each side of that generator. They are playing it very smart by you going to this generator or that generator, but they really seem to prefer that one. This makes me wish I had my anti-healing build right now, because I feel like it would have been so much easier. But they're doing really good at Make communication and all that other stuff. And I'll go ahead and replace the Phantasm from over here. I'm assuming they're retreating back to that every now and again. Oh, my Phantasms are out. Perfect. Except, again, not the one that I want. So that's really disappointing, but I do see one of the Cheryls. I want both of the Cheryls. I don't want her. I really, really don't want her. Unfortunately, the Cheryls are playing, like, super good, so they might end up just okay. Nice. She mind gamed herself. Okay, so everybody's gonna be on Death Hook. Almost. Go ahead, just put that down there because I really want to trap the Cheryl over anybody else. Kind of surprised her friend didn't autosave. There they are. Hopefully they're gonna squat down over here because they underestimate me. Perfect. Fantastic. Go ahead, smack her because otherwise she's gonna take a hit. Sable can't afford to take a hit. That's cute. GG's. Okay, I need the Cheryl. I'm pretty sure the Cheryl went back this way. Either to heal or start working on this gen again. It looks like she started working on this gen again, so that's an interesting decision. Okay, we're just slugging her again because I really need to be able to use Rancor on her if possible. Here's Cheryl. Fantastic. Go ahead, take her out. And we know where Sable's gonna be. Oh, and Sable DC'd, because of course you did. Sorry, Sable! I did not make you the obsession the game did, so I guess, I don't know, maybe your perks decided that. I'm sure they'll have nothing but lovely things to say if we ever interact with each other. Sorry, girl. I needed to get this Rancor stuff going. All right, and that is a perfect game for my Bleak Ending build, which, again, you only get use out of it at the end game. That's why it's called an end game build. There's no gen regression at all, and I have Blood Warden, I have Hex, No One Escapes Death, I have No Way Out, and I have Rancor. We really only saw the use of Rancor, something to keep in mind. And again, I do feel bad for the Sable for slugging her, but that's who the obsession was, and that's the only one that Rancor works on. Of course, we actually didn't get use out of that either because the last survivor remaining gets moried regardless, or you can mori them, I should say. But otherwise, it would get Rancor value. We got the whole stacks for No Way Out, but we didn't get really any use out of Noed or Blood Warden, which is a shame because some survivors actually think it's pretty funny to see in the game. And I don't know why, but they do. And I think Noed can be kind of funny too in certain contexts, but I always think that Noed is just such a like cop out for the killer. But for a build like this, it makes sense, and it's the only time that I would really use it. And again, it's really the only time that I slug, with the exception of if one of my hooks gets sabotaged. I really, really hate that so much, but it used to be a lot worse. Also, before I end this video, I just want to say that if you're bad at the game, it doesn't matter how much a perk gets nerfed. Because there are so many perks in this game that you should, if you're a good killer or you're a good survivor, you should be able to adapt to either how that perk works after it's been nerfed, or you should be able to find a good replacement for it. And if you can't do that, perhaps you're not as good as you think you are. I'm just saying. Because there was a dev stream today where apparently they talked about a lot of buffs and nerfs for different things. And also, if you're really bad at Killer or Survivor, a buff on a perk is not going to suddenly make you amazing at the game. It might at first, because if it's buffed enough, then it's going to be very different, and people aren't going to know how to respond to it at first. It's kind of like when we get a new map, we don't know how to utilize it to the best of our ability if we're a survivor or a killer. But after, like, you know, 8 or 9 days of it being live, and we've had enough people play against it or whatever, it's really not going to matter, because people are going to adapt eventually. But yeah, again, and I say this with my whole chest, you do not need, if you're a good survivor or a good killer for that matter, and they nerf a perk that you use on a regular basis, and you feel like it's such a bad nerf that now suddenly you're going to be a bad killer, you're going to be a bad survivor, you probably weren't that good to begin with. You know? I'm just saying. It's really not that big of a deal. There's enough perks in the game for you to adapt, and if you can't, then there's enough killers in the game that are different for you to learn how to adapt. And if you're a survivor main, they all work the same. So if you're finding yourself having a bad time being able to play the game well because a single perk got nerfed, I would recommend expanding your horizons on your perk knowledge and your perk use. Because, again, there's so many perks in the game, and the majority of us only end up using like 8 or 9% of them. And that's being really, 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 like, generous with that number, I feel. Because I see a lot of the same perks over and over and over again. And sometimes you might see, like, one random perk that you haven't seen in a long time, but for most of the part, it's all the same ones over and over and over again. And that's part of, like, why I started doing these builds and YouTube videos. I do these on Twitch all the time, but I decided to do, like, specific videos on these, like, different builds because, again, we see the same things over and over and over again, and we use a lot of the same things. And another reason is I wanted to show people, and have been showing people for a while now, that even though Hag is considered one of the worst killers in the game, she's always in, like, the bottom 2 or 3, maybe 5 on a good day. You can still be good with her if you want to be. You can be good with any killer. You can be bad with any killer. My worst killer is still Nurse. It's more about the player than it is about the killer. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I am going to wrap it up since it says it's disconnected now, and I feel like that's a sign. All my socials will be linked below the video. I do stream on Twitch 5 days a week. 4 of those is Dead by Daylight, and 1 day a week is a variety day, which is Monday. And I'm usually playing Marvel Rivals, but I am looking forward to a few other games that are coming out soon, and I can't wait to play them. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!